Hank, this church has been a part of the community for 200 years. It's endured many storms, including Hurricane Harvey, until now. I want to give you a look at how large this cave really is. It starts about right here behind me, and it stretches down this road for 3 houses down here, and those neighbors actually sit on top of the cave. Those firefighters have been out here all day keeping an eye on this house because of the strong winds. Here, let's see if we can get it on and stay on. This is probably one of the more popular poses that people try to do here at this class. You can see this is a little Nigerian pygmy goat who's participating in the class. And I actually have some feed in my hand as well. Let's see if I can get a goat to eat out of it. Hutto has just about every kind of hippo that you can imagine. Business hippo, shy hippo, advertising hippo, riding hippos, street hippo, polka dot hip-hop hippo, buying hippos, hungry hippos, school hippos. Unfortunately, no one has even seen this lizard here at the Cowan Creek Golf Course. However, the sheriff's office has set up this large trap to hopefully lure the lizard in. It should be a safe space.
We just got the call
from the storms of life.
We didn't exactly know how bad the damage was till we got here.
Once here at Mount Zion Baptist Church, the damage is clear.
2x4s coming through the wall over here. My quarters, the pastor's study. We was like, it cannot be Mount Zion. We are in the middle of nowhere.
Pastor David E. Cooper tells me this is the original 200-year-old church destroyed. Next to it, the new addition also damaged. Longtime deacons say it's also a cemetery with graves dating back to the 1860s of former slaves.
This used to be a colored school, they called it.
This community has endured more than this. They find hope in the fact that certain things were left undamaged.
Looking at the devastation, how could anything survive?
And they tell me they will rebuild.
The material will be new, but the spirit will be the same.
No matter what goes on in your life or what storms may come, you will always have the strength to overcome.
Work in progress. Just stepping onto this ranch, the relaxation begins. Roll over. And for good reason.
Maya here was needing rescue because she was given to a family in Fort Worth and told she was a teacup mini pig that wouldn't get more than 20 pounds.
Every single animal on Jamie Wallace's family ranch, safe in Austin, has been rescued.
They came to us during Harvey. They're so cute.
All rescued except for Angel. She's helped Jackson Wallace's autism.
So he would have breakdowns sometimes where he would hurt himself. A scratch at his neck was kind of one thing that he did. When Angel came along, she was able to stop him herself, usually prevent the breakdown altogether. She would push him to the ground and lay on top of him and provide that kind of pressure that could help him calm down and catch his breath again.
I used to be very afraid and not really like to go places, but now she's here and she helps me.
Wallace has now opened up her farm for animal therapy.
Baby.
Just relieving some stress here.
Sweet baby.
Whether it's a crooked beak bird or rescued ponies,
They were at a foster facility in Houston when the floods happened.
there's an animal for any child. The rescue's funded through donations, and every child that comes paints a rock to leave their mark.
So it's cool to see them open up in a way that they wouldn't normally open up to.
Rebecca Trejo, KVUE News.
ZZ Top at Armadillo back when they had short hair and beards.
History from the beginning of an era.
One of Michael Priest's pieces.
Threadgill's owner Eddie Wilson has a story for nearly every memento in his restaurant.
And she used to bring people from City Hall over here all the time to show them what she looked like as an 18-year-old.
But his story today is sobering. His beloved restaurant on Riverside and First Street, overshadowed by high rises and high rents, is closing.
It was a decision made for me by circumstance.
His closure is one of many in Austin lately.
Property taxes have just gone through the roof.
Wilson once owned Armadillo World Headquarters, an iconic concert venue in the 70s that hosted the likes of Janis Joplin and Bruce Springsteen. It closed in 1980.
And its demise was very similar to this. Someone suggested the other day that I've just got a real expensive taste in locations.
He opened this restaurant next to the venue years later. Wilson's best memory here,
Pantheon of incredible employees that I've had.
Fellow restaurateur and owner of Z Tejas, Andy Cohen, says he's looking to hire those who will be out of work from Threadgill's.
If we can give back and get some of those wonderful people over there to come wait tables on our customers, they have the same game that would be great.
Though Wilson is closing his doors in South Austin,
I don't have any animosity or anybody to blame.
this isn't his first rodeo with defeat.
I've actually ridden a couple of bulls in rodeos, so I know what it's like to get thrown off.
And he still believes in Austin.
Probably the best city in America. It takes a lot of adjustment to keep evolving. Evolution's always been a dastardly process.
In Austin, Rebecca Trejo, KVUE News.
I just wanted him to get that last salute.
Hi, right on here.
It's an honor to come and to see him. 112, putting some time in. That's a cliche that we use in the military. I put my time in. He has really put his time in.
I've known the family for many years. Grew up with his relatives. Did not know him personally, saw him on many occasions. The most important thing was he's a veteran, as am I, and veterans always honor and respect veterans. So growing up in Austin was not an easy task for our generation. We were considered second-rate citizens, and Mr. Overton disproved that theory. When the call to arms and the call to duty came, he served, and he served well. I served during the Korean conflict. I was a medical laboratory technologist. He gave quite a bit for this country.
I always admired him, and I wish I had met him when he was still alive. I thought maybe today I'd give my respects.
Even when people did stuff to him, he still sat on that porch and had a smile. He loved his whiskey and his cigars. And he's taking that to heaven with him.
I'm 85. I was stationed in Germany and my bum holder. I come to give my regards to him for his long service, living this long, and hope I can too.
To all the walkers, runners, cyclists in Austin, this voice
Walk sign is on to cross Barton Springs Road.
might sound a little familiar.
Walk sign is on to cross Barton Springs Road.
You're not the only one.
Wait to cross Barton Springs.
Voice. I cross it every day. I hear it all the time.
The voice of Austin's traffic signals, Guadalupe or Lupe Alvarado.
It was always just work.
The gig was supposed to be only temporary.
The idea was, okay, we'll use my voice for now. And if we get somebody who wants to do it on a more permanent basis, we'll go back and program over my voice. That hasn't happened.
He's a San Marcos area native who worked transportation in North Texas. When voicing, he was encouraged by his manager to keep it friendly.
I don't know if it's friendly or not, but the key is I want to get the message to the people that the technology is for, and that's the visually impaired.
One of the reasons audible signals were built.
We need to give them every opportunity to be able to live a normal life.
His voice has become a guide. It's easily recognizable, especially for his family visiting.
My wife's cousin's daughter hears the message and comes running back, screaming, "That's your voice, that's your voice." I told her, yes, that is me over there.
So next time you hear, you can remember the story behind the signal.
Wait to cross Barton Springs Road.